Ay, 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 ay. Teofimo Lopez creating more enemies, man. And this one, critiquing Canelo Alvarez, going against Canelo Alvarez as Canelo Alvarez prepared to go fight Terence Crawford, and then saying what others have said in the past, but that Canelo Alvarez is a flat-footed fighter and stuff like that, indicating that Canelo Alvarez didn't want you, and that basically you wouldn't learn anything anyway because you're not a flat-footed fighter. But he did have a point in this one. Teofimo Lopez did have a point in this one when he said that a lot of people criticized Teofimo Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz for not cutting the ring off. And he was trying to compare it to, you know, when Canelo Alvarez didn't do a great job in cutting the ring off in his last outing versus William Skull, in which only William Skull had the criticism of running. But a lot of people didn't want to criticize Canelo Alvarez for using the jab and cutting the ring off when Canelo Alvarez has been probably the best fighter of the generation of cutting the ring off. But check out what Teofimo Lopez had to say in his IG live.
The Canelo team don't want Teofimo. It's whatever the champ wants. I don't want to be heavy, flat-footed, planted anyways. I'm a boxer. Pretty damn good boxer too. A lot of people chewed my ass about not knowing how to cut the ring off, right? He fought William Skull.
Now
he could not cut the ring off, but nobody butchered him about it.
Have rubbed the Puerto Rican fans off when he was talking about that, you know, indicating that there's no good Puerto Rican fighters and stuff like that. He'll beat them all, and got a lot of people riled, got a lot of Puerto Ricans riled up, right? Well, he also racial undertones and stuff like that. Whichever monkey want to eat the banana first, you know, indicating that he's sending the food basket to Keyshawn Davis and such, and the recent liquor, whatever y'all, liquor, whatever y'all think y'all heard, rubbed people the wrong way, in which people was calling and snitching on Teofimo Lopez, going to the WBO, tweeting the WBO, strip up, do something about it, right? But the WBO ain't do nothing about it and stuff like that. Matter of fact, he's not going to be stripped. He's still the WBO champion and Ring Magazine champion. And I'm going to do another video later on about that one. And now, Canelo Alvarez. As you all know, that Teofimo Lopez was supposed to be helped train by Eddie Reynoso and stuff like that, and going to camp with Canelo Alvarez prior to their fight. As you all know, that Teofimo Lopez had a fight in May 2nd. Canelo Alvarez had a fight in May 3rd. But in Saudi Arabia, so it wasn't ideal for the Canelo Alvarez team to bring in Teofimo Lopez, because they was going to leave 3 weeks before the fight. Then they would have never had a full camp with a Teofimo Lopez. But Teofimo Lopez is indicating that when that transpired, he didn't get the heads up. Canelo Alvarez didn't call him directly. Eddie Reynoso didn't call him directly. And he was upset about that. You know what I'm saying? He did say, you know, around that time that it actually did hurt him a little bit. Because they have a cordial and friendship and stuff like that. Why go through my representative and not hit me up straight up? You know what I'm saying? And now, you know, I mean, going against Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. Like, I got Canelo Alvarez beating Terence Crawford. I think that the last performance of Canelo Alvarez has probably closed the gap a little bit, and people believing that Terence Crawford got a better chance. I think that probably Teofimo Lopez is saying this, you know what I'm saying, just maybe because he's still upset at Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Reynoso. But truly, it wasn't Canelo Alvarez that was gonna train Teofimo Lopez. It was Eddie Reynoso. So I think the beef should be, or in my opinion, from the outside looking in, I think that the frustration should be with Eddie Reynoso, if anything, right? But anyway, but we all seen what Terence Crawford did say to your dad, and the back and forth and between you and Terence Crawford, and what he said to family members, you know, last time when there was a commotion there with Terence Crawford, his sister, his niece, calling them the B word and stuff like that. I would think that, you know, you still be that Teofimo Lopez would be mad or you know what I'm saying, more at Terence Crawford, not really Canelo Alvarez. So I don't know. Priorities is kind of different, right? Maybe there's been something that's been said behind the scenes between Canelo Alvarez and Teofimo Lopez, and maybe Canelo Alvarez said that he didn't want Teofimo Lopez. Maybe it's the antics. Maybe that the Canelo Alvarez team don't want no part of that. People are saying that in social media. Maybe it's that Teofimo Lopez is a controversial figure in the sport of boxing, and maybe they don't want to deal with that. You know, they don't want to attach their names with that. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just reading certain comments and tweets of what people are saying. But we all know that Canelo Alvarez still, he has the Mexican fan base. Canelo Alvarez has been the king of the sport of boxing for quite some time. And the Mexican fan base has been the most supportive and lucrative fan base in the sport of boxing, especially in North America. And, I'm going to tell you like this. Look, once you go against Canelo Alvarez, man, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to dislike you. You know what I'm saying? So you have the Puerto Rican fans that was supporting Teofimo Lopez, especially out here in New York, because the Honduran fan base is not that much big, right? So the Latino, Puerto Rican fan base was huge. Maybe make that, so he already got them frustrated or got them, annoyed of Teofimo Lopez. Now the Mexican fan base, people are gonna be like, oh, yo, see, you only wanted to use Canelo Alvarez for the name and stuff like that. They're gonna be tight at Teofimo Lopez. The brothers is mad at Teofimo Lopez. Everybody mad at Teofimo Lopez. Damn, he's the enemy of the people right now. But anyway, we already know that Teofimo Lopez is an extreme talent. He is a two-time lineal champion of the world. Should be respected and should have been recognized also for the politics of the sport of boxing, to be the first male to become a two-division undisputed world champion, right? Probably I want to see him in the ring with boots. I don't know the timing of everything. Is this gonna bring a lot of more eyeballs? Is this gonna sell tickets for Teofimo Lopez? Because of course, there is also a lot of haters of Canelo Alvarez, and maybe is he gonna pick up the haters of Canelo Alvarez? I don't know. He has rubbed a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? He's rubbed a lot of people and a lot of fan base off, turned them off. So I think he's full-blown villain now. At least the villain always had like a local fan base that do support him. But right now, shit, hey, he getting everybody mad. Let me know what y'all think about Teofimo Lopez comments, and do you agree with his opinion of the Canelo Alvarez and Canelo Alvarez being cut the ring off, stationary fighter, let me know what y'all think. This is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Love you, God bless, and on to the